What's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm in one of my parks in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that I enjoy. I just want to pick a spot where I can really get my thoughts out. I know it's been a minute since I've done a live. I've just been peacefully pandemic and trying to make different things happen before I guess next year comes around, because that's when, we'll have our last day off from life. I want to say this. I saw, and by the way, if you hadn't found out yet, I have a short story out. My book is out. I like this, called a short story. It's only 40 pages, but I'm just me sharing my experience from when I first found out about my biological father at 22 years old while I was a student at Grambling State University. Paul Washington, what's up, my friend? And hold on a second, y'all. All right, yeah, I am in the park. Yes, all over the place. I think I'm gonna walk across here. I think I got less people coming. Let me walk across this grass right here. Well, maybe I can do this. Nobody's coming. All right, let me do this. All right, because I don't want anybody to interrupt my live. So anyway, well, anybody else? So yeah, I wrote it actually comes from a whole manuscript, 135 pages, but this chapter was so long and it's so relevant to what's going on with us in America, particularly in the black community today with this fatherlessness. And so I decided to take it out and make it a separate short story, because it's long enough. And there's a lot of adventure, a lot of ups, downs. It's a emotional roller coaster. It was for me in real life when I first found out, and the journey that I took, or that me finding out the news that night on the campus of Grambling State University. My aunt later slipped who my actual real father was, and so it kind of took a lot out of me that night. And so I wrote it all down, and I'd like to share with you. It can be what I call a contribution to the already ongoing conversation about the importance of fathers, and also about mothers telling the truth about who these children's daddies are. So, and don't wait till they 20, 30, 40, 50 years old to break the news. I know there's circumstances and all that, but that's for another time to debate. So if you haven't picked up your copy, I have it in PDF form only, $10. Hit me up with a email address, Cash App, $10. Send me an email address. Now, as soon as you hit me at the Cash App that's on this page, or for my YouTube subscribers, in the it's called the description box. It's $BlackManMojo. So pick up your copy, spread the word that it's a pretty good read from the folks who've bought it already. Thank you for those who've purchased your copy already. And those who bought it but have not read it yet, I look forward to your feedback. That's why I write stuff. That's why I put stuff on my page, so I can hear people's feedback. And so, this Megan Thee Stallion performance on Saturday Night Live this past Saturday. What's this, the 6th? So it had to be April. Let me see, today is the 6th, Monday, so it's going to be 3rd or 4th, whenever it was, October, I'm sorry, I'm talking about some damn April, October, this past Saturday. So, I watched it once, then I watched it again. I had to make sure I was hearing what I was hearing. When I got past the weird-ass zigzag colors in the video, I paid attention to what she was saying. And you know what? I have to say certain things so y'all know where I'm coming from. I'm one of those persons who, in the 90s, I actually read books on culture and race, and I know who I am. So therefore, a lot of stuff that's going on is kind of weird. I also got to meet a lot of the lecturers and the authors of those books. You know, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, and Brother Neely Fuller, and all of those folks. You know, I know to talk about race now. Oh my God, we're multicultural now. So, that stuff is in the past. No, it's very relevant. And so, And I also understand how to critically, analytically, from learning from the lectures of Dr. Francis Creswell Singh, Dr. Ben Yakahanan, the master Egyptologist, learning how to think critically. And I think that's kind of all but been wiped out of today's Americana. People don't think critically. They shy away from looking at things with a critical eye and calling it for what it is. So when you do that, you're called a hater. And thank God I have my own voice, my own mind. That's the Aquarius in me. And so I saw that. And I want to say this. It's almost like her performance in evoking the words of Malcolm X. You ever heard of the phrase, pouring sugar on shit? Or putting cologne under a musty arm? That's what she did. That's her performance. How are you, Megan Thee Stallion? Gonna sit there with weave down your back. Your dancers, red weave and wigs in their head. Y'all doing these Jezebel whore dance moves, shaking and twerking your monkey and your booty cheeks. And then you gonna fix the mic to say, black women need protection. And you still claiming victim from that shooting when it's come out that your ass lied. And because I'm going to have to get my t-shirt that says, I believe Tory. Because how immediately after the shooting, you dancing in a wet-ass pussy video, Megan Thee Stallion. See, America's gone into this extreme feminist left. And when I say feminist left, I mean women do not have to take any accountability for any of the poor choices that they make in their life with their vaginas or whatever. And this whole thing of Me Too, believe her, as if people are stupid. It's just saying, just believe her. You don't have to have any evidence. You don't have to question it. You don't have to just believe her. See, all of that, I'm so happy I grew up in the late 70s and 80s when people were allowed to think. And not only think, but think outside the box. So Megan Thee Stallion is actually given kudos for that foolishness, that fuckery, that she calls a performance. And so, hold on one second. And so, here she is, plays Malcolm X's words. The most unprotected, most disrespected person in America is the black woman. And I have to constantly correct people. That's untrue. The most unprotected person in the black community is the black child, black children. Do you understand? See, when Malcolm X said that, he was talking about a climate and a context and speaking before a room of members of the Nation of Islam. They always teach their men and women, you got to protect your women, whatever. But see, that made sense back then because you know why? When Malcolm X was saying protect your women, he was saying, when he said that, he was correlating that with women who are actually behaving as ladies. You understand? When Malcolm X made that declaration, or he shared that particular truth, the women got in line. When you make a public declaration, we must protect the women, that should automatically send a signal to the mind of the women where I need to act like a lady. See, Megan Thee Stallion is part of this new generation Z or millennial group. The women want to be whores, they want to cuss, they want to talk crazy to men, they want to date dope boys and pistol shooters and bank robbers and rapists and pedophiles. They want to do all of that. Blunt smokers, but all that stuff blows up in their face. Oh my God, I feel so unprotected. That's not what Malcolm X was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. So I didn't appreciate her using Malcolm's words. Malcolm's words were used on civilized and disciplined ladies. And let me tell y'all again. The women who are being protected here are women. Guess what? They behave like ladies. You can't tell a man out here to protect a Megan Thee Stallion when she's doing everything in her power to act something opposite of a lady. And then you have this legion of women who are okay with whoredom and the Jezebel spirit and the thought mindset, because that's what's being pushed in the liberal left America. And it's sickening. That's for those of us who still have the mindset to call it for what it is. And they want to use words like sexist and misogynistic. I don't believe in none of that shit, because I grew up in the late 70s and 80s. I became an adult in 1990. I turned 21 in 1990. So we were still using our brains on our own. And can y'all think a prostitute or a whore or the other woman that your dad was cheating on your house and come in there and tell your mama or tell women with good sense, y'all need to respect this motherfucking pippy? Y'all think that could happen back then? No. That's why I don't understand. We really moved into a really Sodom and Gomorrah reality. That's right, Paul. And so Megan Thee Stallion is a liar and full of shit. And anybody that goes along with her trampdom. And you know what? She might be a pretty sweet girl. She might be. Tino, what's up? She might be a sweet girl. But you know what she's doing? Texas Southern and HBCUs a disservice. If Megan Thee Stallion really wants to get a word out, Megan Thee Stallion, get the word out about Texas Southern and how important it is that they need to get their law school back. Who knows, some of us might be working there one day, and you with your huge platform, you can really bring a lot of cool recruits. You can get the recruitment there at Texas Southern probably up to 15 to 20,000 people, Megan Thee Stallion. But see, Megan Thee Stallion don't want to tell y'all the truth that she's serving two masters. Come on, somebody. She's trying to slip into the whole blackness, but she's serving that master called the music industry. And y'all folks to go to church, I'll send an email and tell you can't serve two masters. Either you're going to serve your people or you're going to serve that devil. And that's what Megan Thee Stallion and most black entertainers or entertainers, period, are doing. They try to throw y'all throw what's called those little clue words, those little trigger words, and going to have the nerve to use Malcolm X's words. And then she gonna try to throw black men a bone. We need to protect black women, cause we need our women. We need to take black men, cause we need our men. Don't throw me a bone, bitch, cause you know you don't mean that. Don't throw me a bone. I'm not stupid. Yeah, you think it's peanut butter, but I'm not swayed by that, because when they made you, they made about 50 others. And some of them about 30 pounds lighter too. You need to go on a diet. Now, I'm not getting on you, Megan. If I were to meet you, I'd tell you the same thing, but you might try to put hands on me, then I have to pull a Tory Lanez on your ass. I'm just saying. But the thing is, I didn't approve of that performance. I mean, I didn't have a problem with her, the performance. Because I like watching these little harlots and these little tramps shake their ass and wiggle their monkey. I'm a man like anybody else. But I don't like when you try to add sugar to shit. Because that's what it was. And you're going to try to justify pushing a feminist anti-male narrative. Black women are the most unprotected. You don't do that. That's not what Malcolm was talking about. You understand, Megan? And anybody who thinks what she did was appropriate. You see, people like Megan who think like her, who think it's okay for women to be whores, and then you say, well, the woman gonna be she gonna be attacked because of how she dressed. Well, how she dresses, how she behaves, how she dances. Well, if you don't want to be judged, dance like that in the strip club, Megan. But what's happening is the music industry don't want to put black artists out unless they put out the most debaucherous behavior, because that's the message they want to sell to little black girls. They don't want to sell India Ari to black girls. Y'all know what I'm talking about? They don't want to sell Vivian Green to little black girls. They don't want to sell Layla Hathaway Ali. Layla Hathaway, and I guess it's Layla Ali as well. They want to sell those images to black girls. They want to sell whores to black girls. And oh, there's muskies and shit flowing around, but it's getting dark. Y'all hear what I'm saying? That's what that media, that music industry want to sell. And you got too many people who are too happy to volunteer to sell that image. And You know, and we have to stop pushing this narrative that black women are so unprotected. If anything, y'all seen all these videos on World Star Hip Hop, The Shade Room, Instagram, Facebook. Black women need protection from other black women. These chicks are savage. They stabbing each other, cutting each other, beating each other up in groups and brawls. They don't need protection from nobody but themselves. And that's women, period. But Megan wanted to say, black men, we need our women. Who said we didn't need them, Megan? And you women who she doesn't speak for, I need y'all to do videos and blogs and write articles saying, Megan, you don't speak for us. We don't need your harlot energy to speak for us. Why don't you, Megan, why don't you get your ass back in school? Why don't you finish your degree? How about that? Why don't you stop making, no, everybody would say she's swag, she Texas Southern. Why don't you stop making the women at Texas Southern look like whores and tramps? That's all your image is, a whore and a tramp. Wet ass pussy and savage. How you gonna put Malcolm X in a song you talking about savage, bougie, ratchet? I'm like, come on. Don't disrespect the minister like that. That's terrible. And I don't dislike the young sister. She can get it. She just need to be taught. Where her older female mentors? Where are y'all? Why aren't y'all teaching her any better? Why? Where are her mentors? Y'all want everybody, when Chris Brown got in this problem, y'all want every black man on the planet to get on Chris Brown and come to find out that the hell, Rihanna was putting her hands on him. But y'all want everybody from Steve Harvey to everybody that was a black man with status or some kind of fame to take care of Chris Brown, let him have it, put him in his place. But y'all won't come together. I want Oprah and DuVernay. But Oprah and Ava DuVernay and all the feminists, they won't put her in her place. They'll let you know they're all part of it. What famous black woman, and Taraji P. Henson, why'd you write that article about this chick on the cover of Time? Come on. But wait a minute, you were the ratchet chick on Empire, so I guess it's ratchets, stick with ratchets. And I'm not better, no better than anybody, y'all. But I have my mind, I have 20/20 vision, and I know what I see, so I'm speaking out on what I see. And I was very fortunate enough to meet people like Dr. Joy Leary, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Dale Jones. I was very fortunate to meet Brother Hakeem Adabuti, Dr. Naeem Akbar. I had the very great fortune of meeting Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. See, these are the people I got a chance to meet and read their books and their lectures and have conversations with. So forgive me if I sound like I'm a thinker. Forgive me if I have some kind of, excuse me, I dropped my water, some kind of moral boundary. Again, I'm not coming from a place of perfection. I'm coming from a place of practice. And I always encourage us to practice better behavior. And also, if you see bullshit, point it out. Why don't we do that? And don't tell me, Rico, you judging. I judge every day just like you do. Because everybody who's listening to my sound of my voice, you're judging it. Whether you like it or you don't, you're judging. So don't tell me not to be human, fool. Yes, I judge every day. Everybody that's got a YouTube video is expressing his or her thoughts about what they see in society. It's called judging. So cut it out. I can judge her just because she's famous. I'm not supposed to do that. You know, she can do so much good. But let me tell y'all this. It's just like me. She can do whatever she wants to do with her platform. I'm just the public. I'm out here just pointing out or giving thoughts about what she's putting out. That's all. So it's getting dark out here. I just wanted to share that. I totally disapprove of that video. I mean, her performance on Saturday Night Live, recent performance. I totally disagree with her throwing Malcolm's words into her trampdom and her savagery. I totally disagree with that. And it's not up for debate with me, but others, y'all can debate it. Because, see, I read the damn book. I watched the videos. I know what Malcolm was talking about. He wasn't talking about these harlots and these hoes and Jezebels. He was talking about women. Godly women, women with balance, women with maturity, women who understood their divine femininity. Because it is all, y'all don't understand, it's two sets of human beings. You got the whores, you got the homemakers. Hey, love you. Hey, Kathy, what's up? That's what we're talking about. And we can judge either one. Now, am I sitting here saying that, Rico, you don't be Don't act like you don't be liking when them girls be doing. Of course, stay in your lane. You're a whore, you're a Jezebel, that's how I view you. I ain't gonna mistreat you, I just view you that way. But Megan Thee Stallion, don't do that again. And you and anybody else. Hells, like Lil' Kim quoting the Martin Luther King verse as she got her legs open, talking about some no time for fake brothers. No time, come on. Shout out to Martin Luther King. Y'all see how contradictory that would have been? See, if you're going to be a Jezebel and have that Jezebel spirit and have that Jezebel image just to get paid, well, just stay in your lane, but don't add people of value and quality to your shit. Don't add their sugar to your shit. And I'm gone, y'all. I've talked long enough because y'all, after a while, y'all literally won't be able to see me. So y'all be cool. And again, my book is out. It's in PDF form. It's only $10. And the Cash App is on this page, this YouTube page, as well as my Facebook page that you're looking at this live on. It's $BlackManMojo, and I think you can still do it with $Rico Rivers as well. And it's the story of when I first met I met my biological father for the first time. And when I found out about him by accident at age 22, and I met him for the first time at age 39, and it chronicles from the night I found out about him when I was a student at Grambling State University till I met him in 2008, December 25th, 4:30 p.m. And if you decide to buy it, get at me. I want to hear what your thoughts are after you get it and you read it. I would love to hear your feedback. So after you hit me on the Cash App for the $10, $BlackManMojo, send me an email so I can email it to you. So y'all be cool. It was good seeing y'all again. I know it's been a minute. I got quite a few more now I'm going to be doing, if not tonight, definitely tomorrow, because I've got behind on my lives. So y'all be cool. We'll talk again in the future. Peace.